Yeah, I mean, I thought our second half was as good a basketball as we played all year. It's good to get that half under our belt before we head to Seattle. So we have to play pretty well there. Thought our defensive intensity picked up. Tell our guys all the time, if they just lose themselves in the game, the offense will take care of itself. So when our defense picked up, kind of started there at the end of this first half, beginning of the second half. I think we kind of went after we scored the first 7 of the second half. We're on a 22-3 run. So, we made shots, the ball moved. We had 4 assists and 9 turnovers. If I remember correct, in the first half, turned into 19 assists and 4 turnovers the second half. So I thought we played a lot better. Thought the ball moved a lot better. Really happy for a lot of guys, really. I mean, JD almost had triple-double. Told me Keon Ellis was stealing his rebounds. He would have had a triple-double. But, Keon shoots 5 of 6 from 3. Shaq shoots 5 of 9. I thought our play was a lot better. So we played well against a quality team. And, it would have been nice to beat Iona, get in the championship, but sometimes you got to take a loss, learn from stuff. I thought as the tournament went along, the ball moved better. Guys played more unselfish. I thought we were better against Drake than we were against Iona. I thought the last 24 minutes of this game was a lot better than even against Drake. So continuing to see improvement, which is what we want to see at this point.
All right, thank you, Coach. We'll go ahead and take questions at this time. Let's start the first question with Tony Satalis. Go ahead, Tony, whenever you're ready.
Nate, it seems like we're asking you this a lot, but how big was that technical in terms of momentum? What happened there? And then also, was that almost a little bit to build your team up? It seemed like you kind of energized them there.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Iona game is the only one we've lost when I've gotten a T. So it would seem like maybe I get them on purpose. So we usually win. I've never gotten a T on purpose. I think I just get a little too animated. On this one, I was a little frustrated with, thought Keon Ellis's first turnover, he maybe got fouled. They didn't call it. We turned it over. I thought there was another turnover we had where we got fouled. Didn't get called. They were getting the same calls down here. The problem was it wasn't same officials looking at those calls. So I just wanted the calls to match on each end. But a part of it too was I didn't think our intensity was very high. So somehow we had to get the intensity picked up. I was trying to pick mine up. Maybe it should have been more directed to players. Sometimes it's not as well received. It's not well received by the officials either, I guess. But, players saw that my intensity picked up. I think theirs picked up. I think they hit the 2 free throws. I think they maybe scored on the next possession. I think that gave them, I think that's when they went up 27-18, if I remember correct. And then I think maybe from there is when we had the 22-3 run. So maybe it incited them. I don't know. I didn't ask them. I don't usually ask. I just hope we figure out our play and get the stuff turned around. So I think we got it turned around fairly quickly after that, though.
Katie, Wyndham, go ahead.
You kind of hit on this in your opening, but how big do you think this 3-game stretch was for your team maturity-wise, playing an event like this, especially maybe for some of the younger guys like JD and Charles?
I thought it was great for him. I thought JD grew up a lot. This is the best he's played by far. And he was up and down a little bit as expected. I think he was a little frustrated after we lost against Iona, the Drake game. He might have been a little frustrated. But, to be playing, almost have a triple-double against another high major team in the 7th game of his career is pretty impressive. He was really seeing the floor. He moves the ball well. He was aggressive. He's 10 assists, only 3 turnovers is a lot better than, he had the 7 turnovers in the first half last game. So, I think I told him, I talked to him between games. I said, he can't let that take away from his aggressiveness. If he's not aggressive, he's not very good. He's got to stay aggressive. He's got to keep playing attacking basketball. I thought he did that today, and he played really well. I mean, we were plus 20 when he was in the game. He won the hard hat though too. That's the other thing. It's amazing when guys are playing hard. They're doing all the blue collar stuff. They're getting deflections, steals, blocks, taking charges. Then their offense just flows. So, when Shaq scored it well, he won the blue collar. When he had his 1,000 points. He won the blue collar that night. Well, JD's 4 rebounds away from a triple double. He also won the blue collar deal tonight. So I think when you just lose yourself in a game and play really hard and just try to do whatever you can to help the team win, when you're a really talented player like, JD is, or Shaq, or Keon Ellis, or Jake Q, when you're doing that stuff, the offense just flows. And I thought that's what happened with JD tonight.
Mike Rodak, go ahead.
Just from a psychological perspective, what's the difference between coming out of this 2-1 versus potentially coming out 1-2, especially when you kind of look forward to what's coming up next in the calendar?
I mean, it's huge. It wasn't a must at this stage of this season, but I mean, it was big. I mean, it was really important that we finished 2-1. I mean, look at our next 3 games. We got to go to Seattle to play Gonzaga. We got Houston at home. They're one of the top 15 teams in the country. And then we've got Memphis, who's got as much talent as, almost anybody, top 5 in the country in terms of talent, for sure. And they're young, so they're gonna still figuring themselves out. So they'll be playing a lot better in a week and a half, 2 weeks than they were, here recently. So with those 3 games looming out there, we it's pretty important that we finished 2-1. So, it would have been better if we'd have finished 2-1 losing the championship, but it wasn't meant to be. We needed to learn. Losing to Iona with the way they guarded us, we got better at this stage of the year. You just got to get better every game. I thought we definitely got better from Iona to Drake. We got better from Drake to Miami. Now we got to get better from Miami to Gonzaga. So we've got a week, get it figured out. We're going to give our guys tomorrow off, probably Tuesday off too, to be honest with you. And then we'll get back after it, have 3 good days of practice going into the Gonzaga game.
Joey Blackwell, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you kind of just answered it there, but if you could elaborate, how do you go about maintaining that momentum from the second half of tonight, 5 days all the way into Saturday's game?
Yeah, I mean, if you could maintain momentum 6 days later, that'd be great. But I think what you do is you learn from it. Why did we play so well in the second half? I really, truly believe, and I think our players are starting to realize it, when you just lose yourself in the game and all you care about is whatever it takes to help us win, and you're playing really hard and there's no ulterior motives. I need to get this number of shots. When all that's out the window and you're just playing hard and playing to win, and you're a talented player, because we've got some really talented players, it goes well. When you're Keon Ellis and you're just playing hard, you've got a 5 or 6 game, from 3. When you're Shaq and you just start playing hard, because I thought he did that kind of middle of the first half on, you end up 5 of 9 from 3, and he had 15 points. So he's plus 22 and leads us in plus minus. So JD Davidson, same thing. So I think if you can just keep that mindset, Gonzaga is a really good defensive team. We probably aren't going to shoot 16 or 30 from 3, but when the ball moves and you get more threes up, you got a chance to make more. So, if we can maintain the mindset, maybe you can maintain some of that momentum.
All right, looks like we don't have any more questions. So that's a wrap on the night. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks. Appreciate you guys.